E3 2011.
Good luck.
It means vitality, right? It means life. And we think that a portable platform like this is going to add a lot of life to everyone's on-the-go game playing needs. We have so many things to pick from. As I said on stage, not just us, but overall there are 80 titles in development, first and third party. So we have a lot to choose from. I can tell you there are things that we're not going to show here at all at E3 that are very far along in development. So there's a ton of things to choose from. I mean, I'm proud of all the titles personally, so I think that there's a lot of good things to show. Showing different uses of the front touch, back touch, showing the cloud save capability on Ruin. When you see the other things that this machine can do, I mean, when you watch movies on that 5-inch OLED, it's absolutely stunning, right? And the different things you can do in terms of, you know, using the web, doing anything with your social networks, things like that. I think that it can cater to a much larger audience, but as every platform right out of the chute, it's to the hardcore. We're making a very conscious effort to continue to make unique games for the PlayStation Vita as opposed to just porting a bunch of games, right? I think we showed one example in Ruin where there was crossplay between. I also mentioned Wipeout, where there is actual online play between individuals using either platform. I'm not worried about cannibalization at all. Did you see Uncharted 3?
And I'm happy to announce that the Wi-Fi only model will retail for $249.
We set out from day one trying to build a machine that could sell to the masses and do things that no other portable had ever sold before, right? I think that we're going to do very well with this and this price point. It's also not going to lose money for us on day one. We're going to do well with this thing.
And we'll be partnering with AT&T as the exclusive carrier for PlayStation Vita in the United States.
This is a business development decision that took place on a global level. Those decisions are tough and they involve lots of different people around the globe. So talk to the game guy about game decisions and those kind of business decisions. Good question for Jack and Koss. So I think we're approaching 3G with a much different approach, right? So I think you've got titles that you're going to need to use Wi-Fi to play your hardcore, you know, head-to-head games online. You're going to need that, right? But in all of these games, lots of different social features that really take advantage of the 3G. In Ruin, for example, one of the games we showed today, you're going to get notifications when someone's messing with your lair, right? It's going to make you want to get back to that game and defend, right? That's a big deal. So things like that are going to be integrated into a lot of these games to take advantage of the 3G so you can play anywhere on the go. But when you're really talking about hardcore, you know, online Wi-Fi play, you're going to need Wi-Fi. So again, can't show everything. 90-minute presentation, there's a lot to show. We wanted to really concentrate on Vita, show a little bit of Move, and show some of the biggest first-party PS3 exclusives we had. Doesn't get any bigger than Uncharted 3, so you gotta be happy with that, right? Resistance 3, I think, looks outstanding as well. I think a lot of people forget how big Worldwide Studios is as an organization. I mean, you're talking 3,000+ individual developers across, not development teams, but developers across the globe, right? And so there's so many things in development. We could sit here for 19 hours and show you stuff, right? We just have to pick and choose. What is the future? I mean, what is not the future? I mean, again, when you've got your PS3, which I still firmly believe is still hitting its stride, right? I think there's a lot of juice left in that machine. Then you've got Vita, which can interact with the PS3. I am not kidding you when I say you've got developers that are just literally salivating, waiting to figure out what it is they can do, right? How they can interact, how they can come up with unique social interactions utilizing the 3G. The sky's the limit. We are putting functionality into a lot of our core games, and I think that's a really important thing to remember. This is not a platform where you're not going to be able to play a shooter with the Move, right? I mean, we've already shown that, and when you're going to see it in Resistance 3, for example, that's a fun way to play Move for some people. Other people prefer the DualShock. I really like to be able to say that we've got both as an offering. When you see games like Deadman's Quest that was shown here today, that's supposed to broaden that audience, and it really does give you that constant one-to-one experience that maybe all of our competition doesn't offer, right? I'm very proud of that game because it's a good experience and it's for all ages. So we're trying to hit all sides, not just the core, we're trying to expand that audience. I think we've come through this very well. I think we're very proud of the loyalty and support that everyone has provided to PlayStation and the PlayStation Network. I think I'm very proud to see what went on behind the scenes that you'll never see in the press, the things that had to take place to make sure that we got this thing back online as soon as possible. Remember, it's very public with the PlayStation Network. You don't see this same issue with other groups when this stuff happens. So I'm very proud of how globally we came together and pulled this off and got it back online as soon as possible. I'm also happy to, announce that welcome back program that was announced just a few days ago. I think that's very generous, and it just shows we want you back. We know you're already back, but while you're here, have some free stuff on us.